Doesn't matter if you have a bookshelf in the back of you, because I don't. What was my reading goal for 2024? I just never ever thought that I would be a Kindle girly, but I need to get over that and start reading more audiobooks. But I personally love Kindle Unlimited. I'm gonna have to change that next year because that is absolutely ridiculous.
God, you call me by my name. The love you give me, I just can't deny. Yeah. No longer blinded, I can see you.
Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. If you are new, hi, hello, how are you? I'm Jasmine, and on this channel we talk all about faith in Jesus Christ, books, and so much more. So what are you waiting for? Come join the fam. We would absolutely love to have you. And I am so excited about this video, guys, because first of all, by the time that you see this, it is going to be Christmas. So Merry Christmas to everyone. I love you guys so much. We have achieved so much in the year of 2024, and I want to thank every single one of you guys for supporting me, supporting this channel. Just you subscribing, liking, commenting, it absolutely means so much to me, and it does so much growth for the channel. So first and foremost, thank you for all the growth that has happened within 2024, because by the time that this comes out, it is going to be Christmas, and then a couple days after that is going to be New Year's. So I thought it would just be so fitting to sit here and talk about my 2024 statistics, my reading statistics, and then go over my 2025 reading goals. This is my first time doing one of these videos, so I'm super duper excited. I want to let you know, a little disclaimer here, that I did not read that many books in 2024. I'm not somebody that read, 150 to 200 books in 1 year. No, I'm a busy woman. I have other obligations other than reading. So my reading stats are not as good as everybody else's, but that's the thing. I want to just sit here and just say, just really quick, that if you are new to booktube, if you want to start a booktube channel, it does not matter on how many books you read a year, how many books you read a month. It does not matter. It doesn't matter if you have a bookshelf in the back of you, because I don't. It doesn't matter if you have 1,000 books on your physical TBR. It doesn't matter how many books you buy. It literally doesn't matter. You do you, boo. If you want to start a YouTube channel in 2025, do it. I would love to see you guys win in 2025. So let's just get into the video. So let's start with my 2024 stats. So the first thing that I want to talk about is my goal. What was my reading goal for 2024? That was 12 books. All I wanted to do in 2024 was read 12 books in 12 months. That's it. So, with that being said, did I achieve that goal? I did. I did achieve that goal. I ended up reading 18 books. By the time that this video goes up, I will probably have read 19 to 20 books, because I'm in the middle of reading a book right now. I'm reading an audiobook, which is, I'll tell you guys what it is while I'm up here. It is called One Little Lie by Colleen Coble, and it is an audiobook that I have rented from my library. Really good. I literally started it yesterday, and I'm already 70% into the book, so that's really nice. But I read 18 books in the year of 2024, rounded up to 20 books for now, because I probably will be able to get another 1 to 2 books in before the year ends. So I achieved my goal, which I'm excited for. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed in how many books I read, because I used to read like 30 to 40 books a year, which still isn't much, but there was months where I just did not read at all. So that's completely my own fault, nobody else's. But I'm hoping that this year, 2025, I will be able to be consistent in my reading and really achieve my reading goals. Actually go beyond my reading goal this year. So with that being said, let's get into how many pages I read in the year of 2024, and that was 5,908 pages, which is not a lot. That's not a lot of pages, considering that, I only read 18 books, but that's okay. Number 4 is book formatting. So I read 7 physical books, 10 ebooks, and 1 audiobook. So ebooks, as you guys know, I did a whole video about me getting a Kindle, and I just never ever thought that I would be a Kindle girly, but I absolutely love my Kindle. That's gonna be a whole nother video. You know, is buying a Kindle worth it? I'm gonna plan that video and make it for you guys, but go check out my first video on me unboxing my Kindle and things like that. Obviously, by how many books that I've read more ebooks than I did physical books, which is honestly so surprising because I'm a physical book reader. I've always been a physical book reader. I hate reading ebooks, but ever since I got my Kindle, it has been different. Like, I would rather hold my Kindle than hold a physical book in my bed. Like, I would rather lay down and go like this with a Kindle than go like this with a book. So it's been actually really, really awesome to have a Kindle, and as you guys can see, my stats reflect that as well. So yeah. And 1 audiobook, that is disappointing to me. Honestly, I'm not really an audiobook reader. I've never been a really big audiobook reader because I don't know why, there's something in my mind where it's just like I can't like grasp the whole concept of an audiobook. I just don't know. I don't know. We'll talk about that later. That's going to be one of my goals in 2025. So we'll talk about that later when we get into that. Number 5 is genres. So in 2024, I read 2 self-help books, 8 contemporary romance, 2 dark romance, 1 historical romance, and then 2 mystery novels. So these stats right here are actually very, very disappointing to me because I love fantasy. So I'm honestly surprised that I read more romance books than fantasy. So I'm gonna have to change that next year because that is absolutely ridiculous. But I'm glad that I read some mystery books because mystery is not my favorite genre. It's never been my favorite genre. So the fact that I got some mystery suspense books in there was really, really good to me. And then self-help books, that was in the beginning of the year, like January. I wanted to learn more, learn more about God and things like that. So I was reading self-help books, but those are just, I gave both of those self-help books 5 stars, but they are just boring to me. I don't like reading self-help books. And of course, contemporary romance, that goes into all the rom-com books that I like to read, the little, like, you know, clean contemporary romance I like to read. So that is not surprising to me. That will probably be staying in 2025. And then the dark romance. Dark romance might surprise you because I say that as a Christian booktuber, but when I say dark romance, I mean Christian dark romance. And I've only read 2 books that are Christian dark romance, and they have been from the same author. So if you guys are interested in that, her name is Valencia Elaine, and she came out with a dark romance series called The Withered Rose. Really, really good book. I'm pretty sure I gave it like 5 stars. Go check it out. It is Christian, not clean. So number 6 is the star ratings. In the year 2024, I had 6 5-star ratings, 8 4-star ratings, 3 3-star ratings, 0 2-star ratings, and 1 1-star rating. So that is crazy. So I'm glad that most of the books that I read were either 4 or 5-star ratings. The 3 books that I read that were 3-star, those were like eh. And then my 1-star rating, that I should have just DNF'd. The next section here is going to be the average book length in 2024. So what was the average amount of pages that I was reading in 2024? So Goodreads averaged this out as 328 pages, which makes sense. Most of the books that I read are about 200 to 300 pages, so that makes pretty good sense. Let's get into the next section, which is the shortest book that I read and the longest book that I read in 2024. So the shortest book was Relationship Goals by Michael Todd. So Relationship Goals was 208 pages. And then the longest book that I read was Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers, which that makes sense. That's almost a 500-page book right there. So yes, that was a really, really good book. A couple of other things that that Goodreads checks is the most shelved book and then the least shelved book. So I want to say like the most popular book I read versus the least popular book I read, I guess. And the most shelved or popular book that I read was Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi, which you guys know was a reread for me. I will leave the link in the cards up above if you guys want to see that reading vlog. It was a great book, 5 stars, amazing. And the least shelved book or the least popular book that I read was Clipping Thorns, which is the second book in the Withered Rose series by Valencia Elaine. I just finished that book and it was actually pretty good. I think I gave like a 3-star rating because it just slacked for me. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to read the third book, but we'll see. So my favorite book of 2024 is going to have to be Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers. And I say that because I don't want to pick a book that has been on my favorites list for a minute. Like, you know, me picking Shatter Me, it's not fair because I've read that book in the past. Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers was amazing. I love that book. It was so good. Like literally it made me cry, it made me sob, it made me do all the things. It was really, really good and it had amazing faith content in it. So it was amazing. I love that book. And my least favorite book of the year was The Do-Over by Bethany Turner. I'm not going to go into too much detail into this. I have a whole Goodreads review, which I will leave down in the link down below if you want to see it. So that is all the statistics that I have for 2024. If you have made it this far into the video, comment down below and let me know what was your reading goal and did you achieve it? How many books did you read? I would love to say congratulations to every single one of you guys. So let's get into the second part of the video, which is my 2025 reading goals. And I'm super excited about this one. I'm super excited because I was only gonna do like 5 goals, but I had so much more in mind. So I have 10 goals on this list. So let's just stop talking and let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with my reading goal. My reading goal is 25 books this year. It's a coincidence that it is 25 books for 2025. That was not planned, but since I read 20 or 18 books in 2024, I want to see if I can surpass my 25 goal mark. The thing is about me is if I put my goal to 50 to 60 to 100 books, like I'm going to stress myself out. So what I want to do is I want to keep my goal to a minimum so I know that I'm able to surpass it, and then once I surpass it I can relax. Like I don't have to like stress out about my reading goal, because the thing is we should not be stressing about reading goals in the first place. Like we read because it's fun, not because we have to do it or it's an obligation. No. I like to make sure that I am reading for fun and not out of obligation. So I want to keep my reading goal small. So 25 books is what I want to achieve in 2025. Goal number 2 is to read more audiobooks. I want to read more audiobooks. As you guys can see, I only read 1 audiobook in 2024, and I could have got so much more reading done if I just read more audiobooks. And the reason why I don't read audiobooks is because I feel like I cannot comprehend what I'm reading with an audiobook. And I don't know, I have no idea what that is, but I need to get over that and start reading more audiobooks because it could be a massive help in getting to my reading goals. So I really want to utilize audiobooks in 2025, but I also want to get over the stigma that audiobooks don't count as reading. I know we have all heard this stigma before that audiobooks aren't counted as reading, or because we're not physically reading the book, but I specifically need to get over that stigma because it is still reading. It is still reading. Like, you're still reading, you're still imagining the characters and everything. It's just in a different format. I'm gonna just be honest, I have that stigma. I have that stigma of audiobooks can't be considered reading because you're not reading it, you're listening to it, whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna get over that stigma in 2025, and I'm going to use it to my advantage to get more reading done and things like that. So I'm excited about that. The third goal on my list is to utilize my library more. So, as you guys know, I don't have a fancy library. I literally don't have a fancy library. I have nowhere to put a bookshelf. So I literally can't buy any more books. I can only buy the amount of books that my TBR cart will allow. But other than that, I can't buy any more books. But with that being said, why do I need to spend money on books when I can go to the library and just pick out a book, read it, and then return it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to utilize my library more. I think we should all utilize our libraries more, especially like if we read a book and we don't really know if we're gonna like the book. Why do you buy a book if you don't know if you're gonna like it? It's a real thing. It's like a real question, but I want to change that. I want to make sure that I am utilizing my library because there is such an aesthetic to going to the library, and we have ruined that aesthetic by buying our own books and things like that. And I love buying my own books, don't get me wrong, it's one of my favorite things to do. But the thing is we just need to get back to the basics. Like, I remember loving going to the library and just the aesthetic of going through the shelves and the yellow like the yellowish brownish pages, and the book just being loved. It's beautiful. I love it. And I want to get more into that in 2025. The fourth goal on my list is DNFing books. DNFing books. So in 2024, I had a real problem with DNFing books. Like, as I told you, that one book that I read that I wanted to DNF so bad, I didn't, because I literally just wanted to add it to my reading goal, even though I knew I was gonna give it a terrible rating. But what's the point of us reading a book and then continuing to read the book even though we don't like the book, we don't like where it's going, we don't like anything about it? You know what I'm saying? So some things that I wrote down here was I want to get into the habit of putting down books that are just not worth my time. And the reason why I struggle with this is because if I get 100 pages into a book and I only have 200 more pages to go, it's like, okay, Jasmine, you already got 100 pages in, you might as well read the rest, or you wasted your time. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like in my mind, but I need to like let that stigma go and just let go of a book when it's time to let go of a book. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I kind of want to do. I want to make sure that I'm reading books that I love and not reading books that I am making myself read just to put toward my reading goal. So the fifth goal on my list is trading screen time for reading time. This is something that I really need to do at nighttime. So instead of watching TV at night or getting on my phone and going on TikTok or Instagram, put down the phone and read instead. Because if I can do that, it will be so much easier to achieve my reading goals. I can achieve so much if I put my phone down. Goal number 6 is to utilize Kindle Unlimited more. So I pay $11.99 for my Kindle subscription, and I feel like I have not gotten my full use out of it. obviously I have read 10 books in last year. For since I got my Kindle, I have read 10 Kindle Unlimited books, which is less than 2 books a month. It's less than 2 books a month, which I don't know. I feel like I could get a lot more use out of my Kindle Unlimited subscription, especially if I'm paying $11.99 for it. But I personally love Kindle Unlimited. I think it gives me a freedom of just kind of picking out the books that I want if they are on Kindle Unlimited anyways. So I don't know, but I just don't feel like I'm getting my use out of it. So I want to make sure that I'm reading at least 2 to 3 books a month from Kindle Unlimited, so I know that I'm getting my full subscription worth. Goal number 7 is to read new books. As you guys have seen, I have been reading a lot of rereads, and I've been reading a lot of rereads so I can start reading the other books in the series, but I really want to just branch out and read new books. I don't want to keep on reading rereads because like I already know what's gonna happen. Like I want to talk about books. I want to talk about books that I have not read yet. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be a lot more helpful for you guys. That would be a lot more exciting for me. So I want to start reading books that I have not read. You know what I'm saying? So I have a really bad habit of rereading books that I love, and that's fine, like every couple years. But if you're doing that every single year, like you're not reading any new books. You're just reading the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So my 8th goal is to start a reading journal, which I have already started planning out a little bit, which this is gonna be another video as well, guys. I have so many ideas that's coming into my mind, but this is the journal that I'm going to decorate. I still have the stickers from my Kindle video that I'm going to decorate on camera, front and back, and you can't even see that, but I have started a little bit of my designs. So far I'm really excited. I have you know, my reading goals, the title page, just all of it. So I'm working on this spread. I'm working on my spreads for 2025. Then I have to do my June spreads as well. So I am just super duper excited to start my bullet journal, my reading bullet journal, because I want to start doing videos with that as well in 2025. But yeah, I absolutely love journaling. I did the whole bullet journaling before and I really loved it, and I don't know why I stopped, but I do want to keep on doing the bullet journals. And I think it'll be really cool to show you guys like a monthly flip through of my current spreads for every month, if I could, you know, be consistent in it, hopefully. So I'm really excited to start this. Number 9 of my bookish reading goals is more of a YouTube based goal, but since this is booktube, it still counts, and that is to be more consistent up here. I want to be more consistent. I want to talk to you guys more. I want you guys to subscribe more. I want you guys to comment more. I really want to make this platform a community, not just something where I post a video and then you guys like it and that's it. Like, no, I would love to hear your feedback on things. I would love to interact with you guys and really start friendships on this channel. I really want to build a community, not just a one-sided relationship, but a two-sided relationship if you guys are willing to comment and make the effort to do so. So I want to be more consistent on posting up here, posting maybe some more of my personal life, you know, things like that. But I definitely want to start getting more videos out to you guys and things like that in 2025. So hopefully, in Jesus' mighty name, we will be more consistent in our goals here on YouTube, because I love doing YouTube. I love editing videos. I love the whole process of all of it. So I really want to make sure that I am putting this at the forefront. My top priority in 2025 is my YouTube. So my last bookish goal is going to be reading more genres. I want to read more genres. I kind of have already started to kind of branch out on the genres that I read. As you guys can see, I'm finding Christian dark romance, I'm finding Christian suspense. Like, I'm slowly but surely finding all of these different Christian genres, but I really want to really dive deep into genres other than romance. I want to read more fantasy books. I want to read more suspense books, more dark romance, Christian dark romance if I can find it. I want to read so many different genres, not just contemporary romance. I think contemporary romance can be a good palate cleanser in between the books, but I really want to read more genres that I'm not comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's kind of all that I have for you guys today. If you guys have made it this far into the video, comment a heart emoji down in the comments below. I love you, but God loves you so much more. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Mwah.
I'm on my way to meet you. We gotta talk, you know. All these trials and tribulations got me tired.